I really do want to make progress in Trails, so here I am doing a short trail stream, just for some side quests and such. What's up, everyone? And I just felt like starting on chapter 3, for better or for worse. Like, I don't really care. I wasn't really planning to stream, but things just ended up working out this way, so here I am. It's not going to be a long one because I do have work, but I think I can get some stuff out of the way first beforehand. But anyways, yep, Zero no Kasaki. And what's up, Gale? How are you doing? Aside from the news today with Smash, which, like, obviously I'm not really involved with Smash nowadays, but the news sucks to hear. Like, I was at work and I go on Twitter and then I saw Twitter was exploding about Smash. I'm just like, what the hell happened? And I saw the news, I was like, oh. Oh well. Anyways, I already checked the requests, right? Okay, dude. What can I do here? I'm not sure how much I'm gonna do tonight, but I just want to make as much progress as I can and get these side quests out of the way. Oh yeah, and so I actually did think about starting on a different game, but I also forgot that my capture card comes in on Saturday, so honestly, any new games I start, like, whether it's like during Trails Sim Zero or after, I decided I'll just save those for once I get my new capture card to test it out and such, so I'll probably wait on that. Not to mention, I am enjoying this game. I've just been busy with life is all. But I really do enjoy it. You don't even know the full story, not gonna lie, I've been busy with my own stuff. That's fair. That was pretty much me today. So I got what you mean. But the main rundown is pretty much there was an attempt from VGBC and Nintendo to work together because Nintendo was actually responsive to VGBC around this time before the Smash World Tour next year. So it looked like something could have happened. And back then Nintendo did assure VGBC that what Panda was doing with Nintendo was pretty much its own thing. It has nothing to do with Nintendo. It doesn't represent Nintendo themselves and such. So it seemed like something could have happened while coexisting with Panda. And mind you, I don't know the full story myself. This is just what I've read and what I've observed. However, like, during this time, and like back when, oh yeah, and by the way, this is when Nintendo reached out to VGBC. And back then, like, VGBC was ready to be shut down by Nintendo then. But instead of being shut down, Nintendo actually, well, the people that were speaking for Nintendo actually reached out saying they would like to try to work something out together and possibly collaborate for future stuff. However, the saying about how basically having competition is good, but when one company gets greedy over another and starts threatening events, that's when the line's been crossed for me, which, from what I've been reading and what some people from Beyond the Summit have corroborated with what they said, it seems like the CEO of Panda was actually threatening events so they would join the Panda Cup. And the way he pressures it was like, either you can run your events while being part of the Smash World Tour and be at risk of being shut down, or you can be part of the Panda Cup instead. To my knowledge, that was pretty much what Oh, yeah, and this was like sometime just like while they were still in the plans of making the Panda Cup, I think. And when the Smash World Tour was being planned for this year, which BGBC has reached out to Nintendo about it. And to my knowledge, for the early talks when they were really transparent, they were saying what the CEO of Panda was doing did not represent what Nintendo wanted. But as time went on, communication still happened, but it started to be less and less frequent. And this was during the time when Nintendo was when BGBC was trying to acquire an official license to run their events, like without any risk of being shut down. Unfortunately, they never there was just the request for the license. I don't even know the exact story, but you can tell at the end of the day they never got the official approval, sadly. And then the news pretty much dropped sometime during Thanksgiving. Shut down all your events. Or else, yeah. By both Nintendo and... Right, well, I think it's like Nintendo pretty much gave the word for them to do it. Or made the announcement to do so. But you could tell, it's this time, it could be, I can't really say, I don't even know, again, I don't know the exact story. It seems like there could have been some miscommunication with Nintendo and BGBC. And if there's a source for that, based on the stories I've read, and with what some people from, at least Beyond the Summit / BTS corroborated, they're saying the CEO of Panda was the one threatening orgs / events to join them. And remember, this was also during the time when Panda the CEO of Panda announced their partnership with Nintendo for their circuit this year. And look, I'm willing to wait it out until we hear more what the CEO has to say. With that said, if there are real people that have said their sides with how they were threatened by the CEO of Panda, I feel like he's already in a big deep hole at the moment. In my opinion. All in all, it's a pretty shitty situation for Smash Esports. And BGBC, one of the main, obviously, pretty much the main group that's been hosting and streaming Smash events. Oh yeah, this side quest. Oh yeah, and then aside from putting the Smash World Tour on hold, or canceling the Smash World Tour for not only this year, canceling the finals for this year, it pretty much canceled all the events next year for the Smash World Tour. Can't imagine wanting people to support Panda events anymore. What's up that Panda's making some of their events are the only events now? I can't exactly speak on that front because, or actually, yeah, I can't speak for sure if that's what Panda's goals are, per se. It definitely feels like they are threatening events to either be a part of them or be gone. Hey, Zfly, welcome to the stream. So, honestly, I probably shouldn't be streaming now with how tired I've been today, but I really did want to make more progress on this game, so here I am. And yep, Smash drama. Which, I haven't even read up on everything, but I sort of have a gist of what's happening. Which, that blows for the Smash community. Were you able to start out your power situation, by the way? Because, like, having your stream die a couple times because of that does suck. Hope your night's been well otherwise. But yeah, I'm not gonna speak for whatever agenda they have for Smash, but definitely blows. Like, local events can still happen, obviously. But who knows what's going on at this point. I know, you're going to have maintenance look at the power situation tomorrow. Ah, gotcha. Hope that gets sorted out, though, because it does suck having your power go out suddenly. Oh, dude, I had no idea we can go into this room here. The reception hall. Hey look, Aria's, Dudley, and that other girl. But anyways, aside from the drama, my day's been pretty good, pretty decent overall. Had a potluck at my company, so I did eat a bit, but I didn't want to eat too much just because I was going to the gym later that day, which I didn't. It's not like I didn't eat anything at all, but I did have to be mindful of what I was eating just to make sure, because there was a fair amount of good food there. And then the environment, the vibe at my company still being pretty nice, so. Definitely nice to be around for the most part. But anyways, back to the panda stuff. I do feel bad for like people that like aren't the CEO that are affected by it. Like, one of my friends works for Panda, so he's been pretty conflicted about the whole situation today, to say the least. And then some of my favorite players, like Kizzy K. Honestly, now that I think about it, maybe my favorite player from Panda is really Kizzy K at the moment. Just because I actually have interacted with him in the past, before he was Panda. And I did interact with him at the offline tournament I went to. But in general, for the players, I do feel bad that they're pretty much affected by this, regardless if they're a part of Smash or not. Okay. Feel bad for players, but it's gonna be up to some. I don't feel bad for like, well, just some players I really don't care about, but it's just like the fact that they're sort of associated with him this way. And in general, as a whole, it does suck for Smash esports, specifically. Like, events will probably still happen and such, but I definitely felt like we were pretty close to making Smash esports coexist with Nintendo. Which, hey, I'm not a Smash player anymore at this point. For personal reasons. But it just sucks to see how many players are going to be affected by this as a result. Oh, talking Garcia, I see. I'm giving you this offer out of the kindness of my heart, okay? It's for your own good, Ashley. Accept Ritobashi's protection. I'll make sure to have your business back. How many times have I turned down this offer now? I don't think you're grasping the situation here. I know exactly what you're capable of, so I'd like to settle this without having to take you down. I don't think we'll let you off so easily. Hey, interesting offer, my friend. Hit me with your best shot, Garcia. My business extends all the way from Crosswell to Eastern Samaria. My roots are too much for some hot-headed, petty criminal to handle. Once you get that through your sixth goal, you can get over yourself, Mr. Mafia Boss. Who do you think you're talking to? Don't get too cocky, you fool. Oh, there's the daughter, Jingo. Hey, customer. Yeah, you. Shut up. You and that little brat of yours haven't changed one bit. Well, that's not my piece. Think it over. You want to keep your little Operation Crossbow up and running? That is. Dang. So even Garcia Rossi drops by this place, huh? Sounded like an intense argument. But anyways, what else is there to say? I guess it's also a shame too, since Panda, I know, well, they're pretty much known for their nicheness in esports. Since for the most part, their focus on esports was fighting games. Like, I think they have a chess player. They might have had chess players. And Pokemon VGC players as well, I believe. So to see them sort of just lose all of that, well, saying all of that go down the drain like that. It's a shame to see. Even though there are, well, well, I don't really want. I don't know much about this topic, but it's pretty much regarding a former Panda player that had some accusations against him, which Panda did present it professionally, but it seems like there was more to the story that Panda was pretty much omitting, which I wouldn't know at this point. But at this point, it's sort of whatever to me. Anyways, let's head to main real quick just to meet up with Estelle and Joshua. And then we could do some side quests. So, on another note, Just so it's not just all negative about Panda. I did watch today's Chainsaw Man episode, and Chainsaw Man was just that one show one anime this season where I was enjoying it. It wasn't like particularly amazing for me, but it was good. And then today's episode happened, I'm just like, holy shit. Now it's getting really good. It did take 8 episodes to get to this point, I'll admit, but Z-Fly, whenever you get back to it, you're gonna be interested in seeing what happens next. I can definitely guarantee you that. No one home? Joshua, are you positive this is the place? I don't have definitive proof, but everything we found out up until now points here. There's just too much information about the 13 factories even I don't know about. All we know is that it's a network of 12 workshops that has passed down ancient technology. And supposedly this doll studio is one of them. This is definitely the kind of place she'd stay at. What's the plan, though? Should I go and investigate? No, it's okay. Lucky for us, we aren't directly butting heads with the society this time. I'm going to catch her. I'll have to play by the rules. That's what you think is best. I'm with you. Besides, we still have that auction to worry about. Should we focus on that for now? Sounds good to me. Estelle? Joshua? Huh? The SSS? Hey, what a surprise. I thought I was detecting a familiar presence, but I cannot quite pinpoint who it was. Why the heck are you guys here? Does the Special Support Section have some business with this studio? We're just stretching our legs for a bit. What about you? Did the Razor Guild have a request here or something? Actually, we're here on personal business. Or we were at least, but it looks like no one's in right now. Well, there's no, you guys put up a good fight yesterday. How are you feeling? I'm a little sore, but fine overall. Forget us. After all that yesterday, the two of you look completely unaffected. What gives? Sorry to cut our conversation short, but it's about time for us to start heading back to Crossbow City. I'm sure we'll run into each other again. You go on your way back, guys. Of course, you all stay safe too. Oh yeah, Gale. So I think you mentioned you weren't too interested in Chainsaw Man, from what you've seen so far, right? I'm not trying to change your opinion, by the way. I'm just asking, just out of curiosity. Do they know her somehow? We'll find out soon enough. But anyways, I can see why a lot of people were very excited for Chainsaw Man. And it's not my favorite anime ever still at this point. But I'm very excited to see where it goes. Yeah, just 3. I think the only downside is just we only have like 4 to 5 episodes left. I'm not sure if it's doing a part 2 after next year though. It could be. I don't think it is, but it could be. But I am excited to see where it goes. Oh wait, wrong way. The only downside is I do need to keep up, like, well, over the weekend I started on Lycoris Recoil. I started my rewatch of Lycoris Recoil to watch it dub. I've been behind. I'm halfway through it. I'm probably not gonna have much time to watch it though, till later, unfortunately. Probably at this point. But I really do want to finish it, just because it's shorter and yeah. We'll see though. Anyways, now I can start on some requests. Which, that's probably gonna be most of the stream and maybe a bit of story progress. Maybe. Oh, I wasn't supposed to check in with the event yet. Well, I can reload to save if I want to. Let's go back to... So let's head to mains then. Which I was on the way to anyways. And let's go talk with the mayor. Okay, still do these quests. Of course. Okay. Now to get this out of the way. I have to go deeper in here. Our plans may pretty much exterminate all the monsters, but it shouldn't take too long. At least it is combat instead of just story like that one stream I did. Cool. Or is it even deeper? It's probably deeper. Let me check the guide actually. Oh, I'm in the wrong area. No wonder. Oops. Okay, let's head out. Exited in the wrong area because he was doing the side quests. Anyways, what's up, Curry? Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good week, Thanksgiving weekend, and hope your week's been off to a good start. So I'm honestly still a bit exhausted at the moment, but I also really wanted to stream Trails because... Wait. Is it not this area either? Not much, very fulsome dinner. Nice, nice. Normally I would be, but today I actually had a potluck at my job today. And I also went to the gym as well, so... Oh, it is in that area. Oops. Well. Oh well. Hey, yeah. I had a pretty decent lunch today. Didn't eat too much for dinner because I went to the gym and came home pretty around 7-ish my time. Honestly, normally I was thinking about not streaming tonight, but I also want to make progress in this game beforehand. Because I'm pretty much at like the halfway-ish point at the now. Yep, this is the abandoned mine. How's Shield and Zero? It's been chill, just roaming around talking to NPCs and doing side quests. And we are at a point where the game does pretty much pick up. The only downside is that I don't really have the time to really play as much as I want to, so it's been a struggle trying to make time. I'm trying to do whenever I can. And I am enjoying it too. It's just time's not my time for something like this. Oh, you killed them all. That I wasn't expecting. All the time in the world? That would be nice. I would welcome that. But that's just life for you. Which... what can you do? Nice. Let's go, Tia. Oof. Okay, that was my fault there for killing the one in the middle. Oh, again. Cool. So many enemies to fight. Mind your own business. I see. Cool. Almost there. Yay, level up for everyone. Not sure which path to right. Okay, at least... Cool. Cool. Ooh, a new craft. Nice. There we go. Man, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So we're making progress. Well, at least I got a chest. Okay. They start getting a decent amount of XP along the way. This might be a little weird to honestly do the side quest, because this one's actually taking a little longer than I thought it would, but we are getting there at least. Okay. Leveling up at least, so it's worthwhile. Ooh, Gladiator headband, I need that. Honestly, I could give this to Lloyd. I let Ellie have that, but just because she is my CP battery. Oh yeah, chest message. But anyways, what else can I say while I'm doing this? So I didn't buy anything else yet at this point in time. And there's not much I really need for myself. If anything, I've been trying to look for gifts for other people that I haven't gotten yet. But that's been hard. But I'll figure it out eventually. I definitely have plenty of time before Christmas, so it shouldn't be an issue getting it done. Holy shit, how deep does this go? Way deeper than I remembered. Well, let's take care of this. God damn it. Lights, do your job, please. Nice. Almost a level up, though. It'll happen. Sooner or later. Oh, wait, where are the other enemies I'm missing? I think I got something out of that. Let's go back and see. I had to go through here. Probably. Yay, level up. For everyone except Lloyd. Well, Lloyd will come soon enough. Yay, now Lloyd leveled up. Nice. Cool. Okay, this is fine. There we go. There we go. Got everyone. Ha. I need to get the chest here. Right? Oh, was there no chest? Right, there's a chest there, which is why I hit cancel. Okay, I was right. Ooh, defense 3. Good thing I didn't return immediately then. Okay. Anyways, cool. Ooh, all that Sepith. Nice. Oh, thank you. That's cool. One side quest down. A few more to go, which it will probably take a little longer than usual. Or take a little longer than I expected, but hey. Gives you an excuse to spend this stream somewhere. Let me rest up here first. Anyways, I was just looking at other things real quick. Anyways, next quest. Okay, I think I know a good point to end for tonight, which pretty much involves finishing all of these side quests and making a little story progress. Not too much though. I'll probably save that for hopefully Thursday if I can stream then, unless I'm really tired. Okay, yeah, we're in the right place. Now I have to go to visit Elia, who's just around the corner here. And thank God for Turbo as well. To be honest, maybe I should have done this yesterday instead of today. Oh wait, I was supposed to meet at El Arcancia. Oops. And it doesn't take that long with Turbo. Okay, where is she? Well, hey there. It's my favorite little guy. How's it going? Long time no see, everyone. I'm so sorry. I think we were too absorbed in our own conversation. My apologies as well. Our enthusiasm goes unchecked during practice. It's been a while, everyone. I hear everybody loves your new production. Well, obviously, it's only natural for us. I actually noticed that you came to watch us on our opening day, Lloyd. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it. Alright, I just happened to be tagging along with Cecile. Your performance was phenomenal, though. I already knew Leo was something else, but I've become a huge fan of Risha, too. Oh, please. You're embarrassing me. My, the two of you got awfully close now, haven't you? Maybe I should let Cecile know. Her little bro is playing the moves on my co-star. The moves? What moves? Hey, Elia, I swear. How fortunate of you, Lloyd. The rest of us have not had the privilege of watching the show, as our tickets are for next week. Not only that, but you got to watch Arcancia all alone with Cecile? So the two of you in a dimly lit theater, watching a mesmerizing play together. Damn it, I'm so jealous. It's okay, you two, calm down. You know he is a shameless flirt, trying to win over Risha so soon after being with Cecile. What did I do to deserve this? Sure, I'll admit, I'm guilty for going to see the play before you guys, but Damn, there's no winning this, Lloyd. There's no winning. There is no winning. Little brother, 1%er. Ouch. Please, I'm begging you, stop. Yeah, my favorite little guy has it hard. I'm sure if I were to throw my hat into the ring too, we have plenty of fascinating reactions. My life isn't your plaything. Ha 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 ha. Now, I think you've all had enough fun already. Don't tease him too much, Julia. I know he can handle it for much longer. Yeah, I'll hold off. For now. So anyway, what brings you guys here today? We have a bit of time to relax, so would you like to have some tea? Thanks, but no thanks. We're here on business. You sent us a support request, right? Oh, right, I completely forgotten. Sorry about this. It started out with the three of us discussing the matter. It just ended up turning into another practice session, though. Huh? What are you guys talking about? Get your head out of the clouds, Julia. We're discussing the stalker you told us about last night. Oh, that little thing? Did you really have to bug them about it? It's not really like there was any harm done, so we might as well ignore the whole thing. Man, you gotta hand it to her. Total nerves of steel to be unfazed by a stalker. There's not a hint of worry on her, though as another woman, I find it hard to believe she isn't feeling uneasy. I'm sorry, mate. He calling them a stalker, but it really could be an overzealous fan for all we know. Right, we only heard about it ourselves last night when India told us. Despite what they say, those two seem worried. I say it'd be best to start by calming down a bit. I appreciate if you could give us an overview of the incidents. Okay, allow me to explain. Will that be okay, Leah? I suppose since he's here. Alright, Risha, go ahead and tell him. Right. Okay, there's a lot to read, and not much stream time. Lack a little less energy for me than I'd want, so I don't really feel like reading the rest of this. But basically, happened 1 to 2 weeks ago. He's pretty much outside, spotted outside of the apartment. Short boy. Sure. I'll help you out. Well, here we go. To the apartment we go. Let us go. Scratches from a lockpick. They're small, but they're there. Whoever opened it must be relatively skilled. Shall we take this as confirmation that someone broke into the apartment? I'd say so. That just means we have to catch him even faster. Yeah, or else we run the rest of our stalker making the next move. Let's get this investigation and everything we've got, for Ilya's sake. You said it, pal. Wow, the penthouse of a fancy apartment building is just as impressive as I dreamed. True, only someone like Ilya could possibly afford to live in such a big place by herself. Isn't this place a little dirty? Ah, good old booze. And scattered clothes. Only seems this is Ilya's feeling not to stop. I thought Ilya was an interesting character. Something like this isn't too surprising, honestly. I admit, as a fan, it's a little disappointing. Anyway, let's try to searching for any traces the culprit might have left behind. Our end goal is to catch him and keep him from messing with Ilya ever again. Well, let's see what clues we can find. What else can I look at here? This ain't how not a single thing about him stood out. We got an interesting one on our hands, to say the least. She didn't see him coming from the main entrance. Yep, this area. Well, here we go. catch him in the act. So the maid leaves. Mm-hmm. Piece of cake. So what is she doing in here? Yeah, might as well give up and surrender while you can. You'll never catch me. Dang. You should have locked the door, but oh well. At least try to stall it. Our revenge is gonna have to be put on hold. Not your usual routes. Looks like we won this little game of cat and mouse. Damn it. Feisty went over to here, to say the least. For what? Hmm. Sully. Nice. But, anyways. As a man, I knew it. I hate you after all. Huh? What did I do? I'm a girl, you more. Damn, Lloyd, you monster. Remember how it felt? A statement as incriminating as it is insulting. Poor Lloyd. We're glad to help, Risha. It's all good. Anyways. Now for the last side quest. That's optional, which is just a monster quest. So let's go take care of that real quick. And then we can do the main quest needed to continue the game. I'll just start from Monica Village, because why not? And I'll save just in case. Well, unfortunately I missed a bug the last time I streamed this on last week. No wait, not last week. Did I stream this on Sunday? Oh yeah, I did, and I did miss that unfortunately, but it's fine. Hey yo, Cosmic, welcome to the stream. Just chilling with Trails from Zero at the moment, getting some side quests and progress in general out of the way. How's it going, man? Cosmic? Hope your Tuesday's been well. Probably gonna be chilling for the most part tonight. I'm just getting side quests out of the way, and probably a bit of the main story before I continue on with the game. But other than that, not really doing too much myself. And thank God there's turbo in this game. Sorry, I had a long day, but just doing some work while I had the background, so not too bad. Nice, nice. I can relate though. My day's been tiring, but it's been good overall. Had a company potluck today, so got these. Well, ate a bit, but I didn't eat too much because just to maintain my own weight and fitness goals. As tempting as it is to eat, which there probably will be chances for me to do so. How did they go? The potluck was pretty nice. Got to try a fair amount of food. I pretty much bought some turkey wraps from Costco. Just because there is a Costco 5 to 10 minutes away from me. But it was nice to try some some homemade food from some of my fellow coworkers, which it was very nice. Even though I did have to keep myself tame. Okay, where is the monster though? Okay, wait, where is it? Wait, did I miss it? But it was a chill time, otherwise. And then we got a new employee as well. Well, pretty much doing an acquisition of something else, but yeah, new coworker to work with. Even though I'm mainly talking with the other temp that got hired on the same day I did. As well as another employee who was working remotely for most of her time until recently. Okay, but where's this last mouse RPG? But anyways, just curious, but did you hear about the Smash drama today? With the whole Nintendo and BGBC. Alright, Nintendo and Panda. Because, man, that's a yikes. Like, I know, I'm not saying Nintendo, well, granted, Nintendo's situation, it could be a weird one. There could be just some miscommunication because of Panda being involved. But it's definitely a shitty situation, to say the least. For Smash players and Smash esports. Okay, do I need to look at it again? Let me go back to the village. For TOs and players, definitely. And it just like it did hurt to read, to see that Nintendo actually reached out last year, and rather than trying to shut them down, they were actually welcoming of the situation. And wanted to try to coexist. See if Nintendo will respond. I'm personally not expecting Nintendo to respond really, just because they usually don't in any situation. And granted, we also still have to wait for Panda to respond. Which, I'm not gonna act like their side doesn't matter. At the same time, the fact that some staff from BTS was also talking about the situation. Talking about how they were threatened to be a part of Panda Cup or else Panda would sue them. That's a pretty shitty situation to be in. If you like BTS, I don't know much about Beyond the Summit, but I know even prior to Smash, they've been doing way more than just Smash already at this point. Like, I know they did like those. I feel like they've done like other like esports prior to Smash. I don't keep up with them, but I know they've done more than just Smash. Like they even did something for Dragon Ball Fighters at one point too, to my knowledge. Would be cool to see them do more FGC stuff, but it is what it is. And seeing the fact that they were being threatened by Panda, and the fact that Panda was even willing to bring Nintendo to see them, it's just wild. Especially since, at least to my knowledge, Panda's nowhere close to the level of most esports orgs in general, which I guess that's why I respected them for the most part. Just because they were always that niche. Probably like a B tier org. But they always focus on the niche stuff. And I guess in regards to the whole like SWT and Panda Cup stuff, I was honestly, I won't lie, I was actually expecting this kind of thing to actually happen sooner. With the whole trying to like Panda, like something shutting down Panda, or something shutting down the World Tour, while the Panda Cup's happening. But then it seemed like they could coexist until today. And then seeing how hard VGBC gets hit by it, because despite how much they've grown, they're still pretty much grassroots at the end of the day. Oh, here's the monster. Which, hey, having multiple circuits for the esports, especially for a game that hasn't gotten much esports support, was honestly a good thing to me overall, but oh well. But I don't know, I do wish things could have been different. But this is the life we live, I guess. Sadly. And like, sure, I'm not really involved in Smash nowadays, so this doesn't affect me, but it's a real shame, because this was definitely a dream I know most people I was friends with through Smash wanted to see happen. And something I wanted to see happen as well. Just for esports and all. But seeing that get shut down by Nintendo, or by an org that's probably really just being miscommunicated with. And the fact that that like an org that was seemingly an ally for FGC slash Smash. So that'd be the big reason why it might not happen now. It's just sad to see all around. Anyways, Snakebite, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. And if you're not a bot or some kind of spam account, please say something. For your own sake. Because that username is pretty suspicious. In my opinion. Anyways, there we go. Okay, that wasn't even hard. But at least I took care of that. But it just hurts to see, like... And aside from, at least from how I feel, one of my friends does actually work for Panda. So the moment he saw the news, he was pretty devastated. Since most of his passion is pretty much with Smash. And while I don't care about the Smash players Panda has, but I do like their FGC division with the players there. Whether they're like content creators or like pro players. Kizzy's pretty much I have personal bias for. Just because I actually have interacted with him way before he was a part of Panda. And he's a really chill guy too. And I always like watching his YouTube stuff too. On topics he covering the FGC. Or just like fun or just like highlights of streams he's done in general. And he doesn't even play Smash at all, so it's just gonna be unfortunate to know he's gonna get involved with it just simply because of having Panda next to him. It honestly brings other things into questions, like maybe this was one of the reasons why Evo didn't, or why Evo and Evo couldn't really get Smash into Smash when they tried negotiating it. Because again, that was a huge missed opportunity already. And sure, like, Evo pretty much painted a picture for it that Nintendo chose not to. And that just brings more stuff into question, like, could Panda may have played a part in that too now? Which, it's a stretch. I'm not saying that's what happened. At the same time. Just feels weird, like, Nintendo has been partnered with Evo when it was happening. And then suddenly, like, as Evo decides to return to in-person this year, and the fact that Evo even made an announcement saying, unfortunately, Nintendo wouldn't allow us to have Smash here. Which, sure, there are factors, like, Evo being a Sony sponsored event. Which Sony is pretty much a rival to what Nintendo is. Okay, Tangun Gate, that's where I gotta go. But at the end of the day, I guess business is a business. which they, it's just sad to see greed is pretty much what seems like is going to be the big reason why Smash is pretty well. Smash Esports probably will be done for the first. Not done. Like tournaments are still going to happen for the game. Unfortunately, for some under Panda. So like the best like non-Panda stuff will probably be either like stuff like main stage or big orgs that can run their own events, or there'll be like locals or regional events that aren't that big, unfortunately. That's what it looks like to me. But anything can change. Okay. Oh, cool, this is the quest. Excuse us, ma'am. It means a lot that you're turning to us, Deputy Commander, Sergeant Major Seeker. Nice to see you. Maybe you came to see me directly? I assume that's something happened? Yes, actually. There's something we'd like to discuss with you. Basically, there's supposed to be some kind of counterfeit dealer, so we're here to help out with it. But anyways, just to lighten the mood, I did see today's Chainsaw Man episode, which I will not lie. The past couple weeks of watching it, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. It didn't feel like something I wanted to watch every single week, but I'm not saying I was forcing myself to watch it. Because there were sometimes I didn't even watch it till later during the week or till the weekend. But I wasn't enjoying it enough to keep up with it. And then today's episode happened, and I'm just like, holy shit, I need to see what happens next. That's how good it was for me. Like, what? Like, honestly, I think you're doing yourself a favor waiting until it's finished for the season. Because the way this episode went, as well as how it ended, just makes me want more now. Sure, it took 8 episodes to get there, but at least in IMO, it's very much worth the wait for it. Now, if you gave up on it beforehand, I'd I feel really bad because it does actually get really good. Like, I don't think it's my favorite. I can see it being anime of the season. I can see that. Anime of the year. Anyways, now we just gotta interview some people. Anyways, I would like to do a bit more before I end tonight, but we'll see how long it takes. Dude, check her out. I wonder who she is. If you've played Trails in the Sky, you probably might know, her, who she is. They just changed how she looked in this game. Drastically. But she's a cool character in the Sky games. What are you? Siblings, I see. Like, your son's family lives in Crossville, so you think he's had 2 years since I last stepped into Crossville. Well, I know who's the culprit in this quest, but I just need to see. Okay. I already interviewed everyone, so I should be okay now. Oh, this guy. I guess another thing I can also talk about is that. So a circuit, well, not really a circuit, but it's more like a league thing. Which, well, I'd say it's trying to encourage players to compete for. There's this one guy on Twitch by the name of Trey Pound, who has been doing this league thing for DNF Duel, which I think is very cool. He's supporting the game whenever he can. For the record, I think his opinions are pretty whack, though. On some stuff in DNF Duel, but that's besides the point. But he is hosting a circuit, or league thing, for DNF Duel on consoles. Which, well, two things to that. One, unfortunately, I'm pretty much shifting to play on PC unless I'm practicing for an offline event for DNF Duel. I don't plan on playing on consoles for a good while until those events happen and such. And then too, because I work in the office now, I can't even compete anyways, so unfortunate there for me. But like, obviously, the Street Fighter 6, that's definitely the game I'll be going ham on competing when I can. Mostly during the weekends, unless I can actually, assuming I get converted to be a perm, which would be great, and I get PTO. I would definitely use that PTO for two things. Probably DreamHack San Diego if that has the enough duel. Time off in general, just so I can play Street Fighter 6 and grind it out like how I grind out DNF Duel. Because I missed that week of DNF Duel's launch. Everyone's new. We're all learning. We're trying to figure out stuff. But for those that had that experience beforehand, you could do some cool stuff. And then you just optimize it even more. And it's more so, well, a mixture of things. Like, I can do the league stuff if I want. It's just, I just don't have a desire to play on consoles. So that's a personal thing. And then a general thing, I work in the office till 5 p.m. my time, so I can't even compete in it even if I wanted to. So it's just like unfortunate timing in general, but I mean, it's just one thing. Would have been nice to compete in general, but I'll make the most of it's just my mindset in general, since I don't even go out to many events. I'm always just trying to make the most of it, have fun, do my best, or at least get something out of it. I won't lie, there was a time I did get a little too serious of competing, but I would say it was after I pretty much changed my mindset on competing a year into competing in Smash 4 that I actually really started enjoying it. As well as hanging out with friends too. From those communities. From the community. Yep, friends. Like Z-Fly over here. Which, man, it's crazy. We've pretty much known each other for 7 years at this point. At least when I joined the scene in 2015. And here we are, pretty much Pokemon Unite or other stuff. Sort out information. That's right. Our color should be that really because this is what about what you working independently. Well, that is a long time, definitely. Five remain suspects. Such an old man who claims he came across a lot of fish. Only claims she came across your grandchild for the first time in 3 years. I hear woman shouted in mystery. Young girl is seen distrust in the dark-haired woman. Where said he travels crossbow. Must be the elderly woman. Pause. Which you'll see why when we accuse the old lady. Can you please wait a moment? I'll read the rest of this since this is going to be one of the last things I do on stream. Oh, it isn't those young fine folk I met at the border. What might you theories need with a little old lady like myself? We apologize for not having told you this sooner, but we're the Crossbell Police, Special Sports Section. We'd like you to answer a few quick questions, ma'am. Excuse me, Sonny? Are you implying something? What am I guilty of? No matter the situation, isn't it rude to bother a frail old lady like myself? I understand your observation, but the CPD received some interesting information today. A certain group of criminals are supposedly trying to infiltrate Crossbell. We were tasked with investigating the Tangun Gate, so we covertly questioned any inbound tourists there. One stood out due to a particularly strange remark. That remark came from you, ma'am. What's that supposed to mean, son? One of your statements in the dining hall struck me as incredibly suspicious. I believe you claim it's been about 3 years since you last came to Crossbell. And what's so strange about that? The area in Cal I'm from isn't very close to Crossbell. There's something weird about me visiting infrequently. I wasn't suggesting anything of the sort. The problem is what followed. You said you went to the theme park with your grandson during your last visit, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see the issue. You sly dog, you. Your fate has already been sealed, ma'am. I'm not following. It's quite simple, really. If you hadn't really visited Crossbell 3 years ago like you claim, you would have had the trouble visiting Mission Wonderland, considering it didn't even exist at the time. What? This can't be. Or you see, the thing is... Oh yeah, it is all a misunderstanding. Silly old me. Must have read about it somewhere and got myself confused. You know how it is with us elderly folks, right? Oh, it was a misunderstanding. No problem. Do you mind if we give your grandson's family a quick call to corroborate your story? I'm sure they'd be quick to defend you if the police suspected you, right? Then again, that's not even an option. You can't call someone who isn't real. It's very funny when you think about it. You went to visit a non-existent theme park with a non-existent grandson. This type of mistake would have only been possible for someone who had visited Crossbell in the last 2 years. Frequently, coming here to run your crooked business is exactly what allows for the contradiction in your statement. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you seriously think that kind of elderly lady like myself would be heinous enough to pawn off counterfeit goods on unsuspecting people? I do believe you just put the final nail in your coffin, ma'am. Not once during this exchange did we specify the crime in question. Oh crap. Way to fall for one of the oldest tricks in the book, you old bat. I think it's about time you faced the music. I am sure you have a perfectly logical explanation as to why you have access to sensitive information. We will be more than happy to listen to you in our interrogation room. So that's that, right? I'll give you one last chance, ma'am. Please turn yourself in peacefully or else... Who go along with a bunch of idiotic whippersnappers? What? She's gone off her rocker. Her true nature has finally been revealed. You're all just a bunch of cowards trying to deceive a helpless old lady like myself. I'm sure the goddess will smite you all if you don't correct your nasty behavior. It is honestly laughable you can utter such nonsense without a hint of irony. Are you not guilty of deceiving others with your unscrupulous business? Shut up, you damn munchkin. Munchkin? I hate you. I hate you all. This is exactly why the police embraces our trash. I bet you think you're so righteous. Maybe you morons should get off your friggin' high horses. Calm down, man. If you could just come with us quiet. Zip it, punk. Got caught in your ears? I said I'm not going with you. Don't make me repeat myself again. No, don't make me repeat myself. Do you think you can catch me so easily? Then why don't you go ahead and try me? Seriously? How can an old lady move so quickly? Why the hell did that whole nicest grandma you'd ever meet charade disappear off to? Munchkin. Is it really the time for this, you guys? We need to hurry and chase after her, or else she might actually escape. True. Let's go after her. I love how Dio's just thinking Munchkin. Don't ask me, you freaking brats. Wait and see. Unfortunately, my friend. Dang, tripping an old lady like that. Oh dear, I must have accidentally stuck my leg out while I wasn't looking. Are you still breathing, man? You bitch. What the hell do you think you're doing? I see that despite your age, you have energy to spare. Crap, considering how fast she was running, she probably... Look over there, Lloyd. Huh? What's she doing on the ground all of a sudden? Hey, check it out, the hot black-haired lady is here too. Wait, hold on a second. Did you do this? We can talk later. I suggest you restrain her while you have the chance. This woman seems to have some serious pep in her step, so I'm sure she'll be coming in no time at all. Damn you. That's all, man. You mind helping me out, Ellie? Not at all. I apologize, but can you accompany us for the time being? Especially since it would seem that you played a significant role in the arrest. Very well. I wasn't intending on standing out, but perhaps it was simply fate. Rest easy, ma'am. It would be my absolute pleasure to escort such a fine lady as yourself. Of course, Randy. Can I ask for your name then? Heh, like I never give my name to some scrawny little brat like you. Scrawny? Listen here, Granny. Do you have any idea what position you're in? You're aware we already arrested all your friends, right? So can it? And start cooperating already. Didn't your parents teach you any manners? Mary's gonna be alright handling her by herself. She's a tough nut, that's for sure, but don't worry, he'll be fine. Now, this is a secure facility. She won't be getting out of here anytime soon. I don't know, somehow I could see her brute forcing her way out of anything. I agree. By the way, who's this beautiful young lady over there? And not to mention, I never asked her. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm gonna need your name and occupation, please. For police business, of course. Kilika Roran. At your service. I'm a Calvardian entertainment producer. I came across it, well, let's say it was by chance. Kilika, eh? Gotta say, I dig it. And you're a producer to boot? Definitely looked the part, and I mean that in the best ways. She helped us apprehend the suspect, Inspector Donovan. Is that right? She's our poor madman. The CDD thanks you for your invaluable cooperation. You're like, I'm sure we can scourge a reward for you. Can't guarantee it'll be much, though. Please, it's quite alright. I didn't do anything much. Certainly not enough to warrant a reward. Well, if you're sure. If I'm being honest, it's a real relief to hear you say that. Haha. Please remain professional, Inspector. Actually, I've been wondering, how did the stakeouts at the train station and the airport go? Oh, that, luckily the other dealers were caught and arrested. How was that we were able to confiscate all of the counterfeit items they were carrying? So if all goes according to plan, they'll be out of business for the rest of the year. Rest of the year? Are you saying they'll be getting off the hook with only minor charges? It's looking like it's going to be a stern warning and a tree ban for anyone entering Crosswell for 1 month. Not even going to be detained? What you're saying is all that work didn't amount to jack. That Tio said it before, according to state law, it's only a minor criminal offense. Since they're foreigners, we can't do much. Unfortunately. Trust me, I understand how disheartening it can be, but this is as much as we can do. Now, don't be discouraged. You four did fine work today. Only when you consider the fact that they'll be out of commission for the festival. Chief, please help me. Whoops, sounds like Rayman needs saving. Anyway, good work. Look out on you guys if anything comes up again. Thank you, Inspector. You can give us a call anytime. Well, good luck with that. What do you mean? Laws exist to protect the well-being of those who live under them, and yet, those laws just seem designed for the sole purpose of keeping obedient to Air Bunny and Calvar. I imagine that's something you've run up against on more than one occasion, yes? I imagine it must be extremely frustrating. And so, I think all you can do is hold your heads high. Fighting amongst an unjust status quo is still admirable. I suppose it's none of my business as a Calvardian. Regardless, I advise you not to give up. I'm sure your efforts will pay off one day. Kilika, that's how it's all settled. What's your plan? I rented a room for myself in one of the entertainment district hotels. I'm staying there during my business. I'm happy to show you the way there if you'd like. I appreciate the gesture, don't worry. I'm well acquainted with the city. You said the entertainment district. That perhaps has something to do with the motive behind your visit? You are a sharp one, aren't you? That's right, I couldn't see the Arkansas. If possible, I was hoping to get them to agree to perform in Republic, a tour perhaps. You're looking to book them? Why, of course. Arkansas is an enchanting Septium vein, lying dormant in Crossbell. Okay, I don't feel like reading the rest, it's whatever at this point. Oh, see ya, Kilika. And now we're done with that quest. Oh, it's you. Hey, Yona. Of course.
自慢したいんじゃないだろう。それなんだけどさ、ちょっと僕からの依頼を受けてくんないかなって思ってさ。何？まあ正確にはティオの助けが借りたいだけなんだけど、一応あんたたちにも話を通しておこうと思ってさ。こっちは忙しいんだ。プライベートな話だったらさすがに断らせてもらうぞ。まあプライベートっちゃプライベートな用事だけど、報酬はたんまり弾むぜ。俺たちは遊撃士じゃない。直接そうした報酬を受け取るつもりはないんだが。お高く止まっちゃって。
It would be nice to get some compensation though. Information quartz.
いい反応じゃん。ま、とにかく僕んとこに来てくれよ。詳しい話はその時にするからさ。わかった。何だったの？ああ。
ふざけたガキだぜ。しかも確実にこっちの足元を見てやがる
わ。でもとりあえず行ってみた方が良さそうですね。私の助けが欲しいみたいですし、逆にこちらが彼の足元を見ることもできるかもしれません。
いや、別にそんな駆け引きはしなくてもいいんだけど。というかどうして彼はティオに直接連絡しないんだ？
おそらく悔しいんだと思います。おととい持ちゲーの対戦で徹底的に負かしたばかりですから。
そうなのか。
Nice.
その落ちゲーっていうのはよくわからないけど、
あの小僧が清介には頭が上がらないのは確か。
基本的に甘ったれですから。
Let's go, he's a spoiled petulant
とにか
child.
く他に用事がなければヨナのところに行ってみましょう。
Tio is great to say the
私
least.
としても彼の依頼内容は気になりますし。
そうだな、行ってみるか。
Okay. So, let me just look this up. I'm pretty sure I can continue for a little bit before I have to end. Okay, so one thing I could do since I'll give Ellie EP 1 since she's not using her EP much versus Tio over here. She's gonna need it as much as she can. I think it's for the better. But I can continue for a little bit. Just so we can end, start off at a good point. With a dungeon and other stuff to come. Shouldn't take too long either. Either way. Yeah, let's just get this over with.
お、よく来たじゃん。
よく来たじゃんじゃないだろ。
私の助けが欲しいそうですが。
いやー、実はさ、ハッキングの手伝いをあんたにしてほしいんだよね。
帰ります。
Dang.
ちょっと待った。どうしていきなり帰ろうとするんだよ。
そりゃ当たり前だろ。
ったくふざけたガキだな。
いきなり犯罪を手伝いというのは少し乱暴すぎると思うんだけど。
だから別に今のところは犯罪じゃないんだってば。
Yet.
それに企業とか IBC とかに仕掛けるわけじゃねえっての。ちょっと厄介な相手の尻尾をつかむってだけの話さ。
厄介な相手？
あ、食いついたな。あのさ、とりあえず話だけでも聞いてくんねえかな。あんたも絶対に興味がある話だと思うし。
わかりました。ただしつまらない話だった場合、少し痛い目に遭ってもらいます。ポムットで20連鎖くらい食らってもらうとか。
I love Tio threats. In gaming.
本当にやられたら屈辱的すぎるんで、マジで勘弁してください。
キティ？
可愛らしい名前だけど、本当にそんなハッカーがいるのか？
嘘言っても仕方ねえだろ。初めてそいつと遭遇した。
Looks nice, this music though. It's cool. It's a nice music for sure. By the way, where are you in Chosen Zero, Cosmic? If you don't mind me asking. I assume you're further ahead of me if you're watching at this point.
その時にこっちを小バカにするようにキティってハンドルネームをこっちに送りつけてきたんだ。それ以来たまにこっちの仕事にちょっかいかけてくるんだよ。
聞いた話だと。
So in Chapter 2, you fell behind because you got Theros and 6 on Pokemon? For sure, for sure. Meanwhile, I actually still need to play more Pokemon. Mostly lurking by responding when you say stuff. Okay, gotcha. Because I need to start on Star Ocean 6 myself. And Sonic Frontiers. And I need to finish Pokemon. So at least with Sonic Frontiers and Star Ocean, I do, those will probably be my main two next games. Star Ocean, like 35, so you need to play that too. Oh wait, Sonic Frontiers. For a second I was thinking Street Fighter. But yeah, I got it for 30, so I'll play at some point.
どう考えても そのキティの
I'm probably gonna wait till my capture card comes in to play any new games though. And obviously, like, I'll probably be using my capture card around the time I switch to it, but we'll see.
まあなたの本来
In case you're wondering, I'm not really paying attention to the story too much at this point,
キングで負け
just because I already know what happens.
あまり気を
So I'm just playing for fun while chilling with you all.
余計な慰めはいいんだよ。とにかく
While laughing at some stuff.
別に一矢報いてやりたいんだ。
Revenge isn't the answer,
ア
Yona.
ドレスを割り出してアクセスポイントを掴んでやる。その手伝いを頼みたいんだよ。
今日キティがネットに現れるという保証はあるんですか？
こっちもそ
That
れ
makes
な
it
りに分析と対策をしてきてるんで。
easier to avoid spoilers, definitely.
どうやらキティはいつもネットに張り付いているわけじゃない。
But obviously, once I get deeper, then you want to make sure you don't see it.
奴が興味を持ちそうなネタ
Because some things will be hard to forget. You don't know what you're saying? You need sleep. I can relate to that, which I'm probably not going to be streaming for too much longer anyways myself.
今までの傾向から言ってキティが現れる可能性
But yeah, just future plans for this month. I really want to finish this game as soon as I can. Not because I'm not enjoying it, it's just I really want to get to other stuff
これを逃してはねえだろ
before the end of the year. Or at least be able to transition as soon as I can.
ほどとなるとどちらか片方がおとり役になってキティをおびき寄せる
Like, Sonic Frontiers will... Oh yeah, Sonic Frontiers and Stray. Those two games I actually want to get to. Because Stray is really short. I heard it's actually fun. Sonic Frontiers, I do want to try it out. And then, honestly, since this year, I actually started streaming with Tales of Arise for the new year. Which I was hooked onto that game to say the least, so I might do the same with Star Ocean for the start of
その
2023.
間もう片方が別のアクセスポイントからキティの侵入経路を割り出すそれを何度か繰り返して
Dude, Tales of Arise was so good. It was a great time, like, all agree that the second part of Tales of Arise was pretty rushed overall. Which honestly, that was probably due to a variety of reasons like COVID, and they had to get the game out after delaying it already. But I had a really good time with that game. And I'm really glad I played it as well.
そういった段取りでしょうか
And this is like, an element, like, I'm actually one of those, I'm not sure if you played Tales of Berseria. I haven't played through the game myself. I've tried a demo of it, and I'll be honest, I just wasn't feeling the combat system in that game. Like, I can't say if it was like bad or good. I just wasn't having a good time with it personally, which is why I was a little worried about Arise. But I really enjoyed that at the end of the day. And the story, look. You can say what you want about this story of Tales of Arise being bad or getting dull, but my stance is pretty different. The last Tales game I played prior to Tales of Arise was pretty much Vesperia. So it's been a while since I don't play the Tales games that often. I don't think Berseria is a bad game, by the way. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying from me, I actually just wasn't having a good time playing it with what I did. So I heard the story and the cast is actually really good in Berseria, as well as the music. But it's just, if I'm not having fun with the combat and such, which is what I'm going to be doing for the most part,
さすがだな
that's why I never really fully committed to Berseria,
あんただったらあのモードを使えば
as tempting as it
追い
is.
つけるはずだ
And I actually have a few friends. One friend that actually streamed it all the way, and he said he hated the game. One friend that was almost done with the game when he streamed it, and he said, okay, I'm done. And then my local mod Phil, who has tried playing Berseria a couple times, and he said he just didn't have a good time with the
僕らも
game.
いろいろ準備はしてるから
I'm pretty much in the same boat as them personally. Oh yeah, and Z-Fly, you're here. I think, was Champ in that same boat too, trying to finish Berseria? But He's done.
2対1なら
You love when Phil tries to play Tales of Berseria. It's funny, but I also do feel bad for him to some degree. Which, granted, Champ didn't finish it either. Yep, I remember when he was streaming it a few times.
2つ問題が
Oh well. But yeah, with Phil, I'll admit, last year, it was sort of my fault alongside another person's fault because we pretty much broke his sub goal, so he had to stream Tales of Berseria. But he didn't have to finish it, so I was like, if you don't want to finish it, it's up to you.
まずハッキングの支援を
That's
するには
fine.
適当な端末が必要
Truth be told, I won't lie, I was actually tempted to do it again just to make him miserable, but I say Sonic Frontiers will be fine. So I just did it to them now.
支援化の端末はハッキングのリスクを考えるとあまり使いたくありませんし
だったらちょうどいい場所がある。ジオフロント A 区画の仮想に第三制御端末ってのがあるんだ。こことはコアルーターが別だから挟み撃ち。
But yeah, I don't think it's a bad game per se, because I've seen good people talk good about a lot of positives more than negatives. But it's just like personally, just one I just wasn't having fun with when playing.
なるほど都合が良さそうですね
さすがに専門的すぎるわね。
ただもう一つはこの忙しい時にそれなりの時間を取られてしまうということです
それは
ちょっと問題ね。
昨日もレースかなんかで午後の時間を使っちまったしな。
おいおい、そりゃないぜ。支援要請だっけ？それって別に必ずやんなきゃいけないもんじゃないんだろ？見返りに情報も渡すんだから付き合ってくれてもいいじゃん。
でもな
ですからこの件は私一人で引き受けますロイドさんたちはこのまま支援業務を続けてください
ティオ
でも
役割分担するだけの話ですどのみちハッキングになれば私一人がいれば十分ですし皆さんだって私一人が抜けても
だがそのもう一つの端末ってのは駅前のジオフロントの奥にあるんだろう。さすがにちょいと危なくねえか。
まあなんとかなるのではないかと
Or Lloyd will
も
go
うそ
with
この
you.
魔獣であれば私一人でも対処できそうですし
ティオちゃん
ならこうしよう俺がティオに付き添うからエリーとランディは警察本部の手伝いに回ってくれないか
おう、いいんじゃねえか。さすがにティオスケ一人を行かせるってのもあれだしな。
そうね。私もそれは反対。本部も忙しいでしょうから雑用はいくらでもあるでしょうし。
でも
いいじゃん別に。あんたってそういうのを気にするようなタイプだったっけ？
Ah,
うわー、何怒ってんだよ。
わかりましたその代わり今日片付けたい用事は多分一度始めてしまったら夕方くらいまで時間を取られそうです
ああそうみたいだな
hmm.
だったらとっとと済ませてきなよ。それまでこっちはセッティング。
Okay. Let me just do something real quick. Hey, yo, Phil, welcome to the stream. I'm not gonna be streaming for too much longer, just a heads up. But I did see you were playing Valorant, so hope those games went well. Just wrapping up some things in the meantime. Mainly side quests for today. And talking about other stuff in general. When even you play bad so you lost points. Sad, but as long as you had fun. As long as you had fun. As you say, I'm just trying to make progress with this game in the meantime. Which, I'll admit, I made a little more progress than I thought I would today. I still have a long way to go. Because I really do want to finish this game by the before the end of the year. Okay. So I do have to start the quest first. Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, I was just talking about other stuff like work, obviously the Smash drama that happened today. Oh yeah, and then the fact today's Chainsaw Man episode, which I know you're waiting on, Phil, which we're 8 episodes in at the moment. Everything prior to today, I'll say it was pretty much just a fun time. It's a fun time. It wasn't like getting me to want to watch it every single week, but it's because it was probably one of the few things I was interested in watching during this anime season, which I'm enjoying it. I'm just not like urgently trying to watch it every single week. But I am having a good time. I will say though, today's episode actually changed a lot of things. To at least, it's not my favorite anime this year, but it's got me hooked now with what happened today. I'll say that much.
ランディは仕事をサボったりするなよ。ギグそんなめそうもない。
まあ私が一応監視してるからティオちゃん頑張ってね。
はい。エリーさんも。
Like I promise, I'm not just hyping it up because like the stuff that happened today was actually wild to say the least.
そんじゃ向こうに到着したらエニグマでこっちに連絡してくれよ。ミッション開始すっからさ。
How does after? We'll see. Since I think it's only supposed to be 12 to 13 episodes this season, like our usual season. So how much I could do after today's episode is going to be really interesting to see.
ネットという領域の水面下で2対1の鬼ごっこをする。そんな感じになるはずなので心配はいらないかと。
ま、それならいいんだけど。
そんじゃよろしく頼んだぜ。さーて腹ごしらえにピザでも頼んでおこうかな。
やれやれ。それじゃあここを出てクロスベル駅の方に向かおう。ジオフロント A 区画の奥にある場所だったか。
はい、第三制御端末ですね。細かい位置については到着した時に説明します。
了解。それじゃあ行こうか。さてと A 区画のカス。
はい、降りた先の奥にロックされたエレベーターがあったのを覚えていますか？認証コードを打ち込めば起動するのでそこから仮想エリアに行けるはずです。
The Smash stuff, the party is just you don't play the game, see ya. And honestly, that's me too, for the most part. Now that I'm not involved with it. But it is a shame to see, just with how, Nintendo being one thing, but seeing how Panda's CEO was doing his things, which, yeah, sucks our friends affected. I agree, which is a fair amount of people I know, whether they play Smash competitively or work for an org for Smash. Which one of my friends unfortunately does work for Panda, so he's been pretty conflicted about the whole thing in general. He's not sure what he wants to do at this point since his main game pretty much is Smash. And more people, most of my friends, within over the past year that Well, Owl Smash, we're starting to get back into it too. Except for me, because you know where I was going.
はい。 はい。
よし
And as for Panda itself, it also sucks to see one, like, the CEO of Panda probably going to be affecting like, leaving a big impact on people, anyone associated with Panda in general. Which, granted, I'll be honest, of the FGC players on Panda, the main one that I really care about is Kizzy. Just because I've known him through Dissidia and Gundam Versus. Which we didn't interact much, but he was always chill during my experience. It was fun playing with him, he gave really nice feedback. It was just really chill in general. And he was actually someone I actually played against at Festival of Fights in DNF Duel, and he still remembered me, surprisingly. But I mentioned a few things. And probably the main, well, him and Jayuna from Panda. But like, otherwise I really like watching Kizzy K's YouTube content as well. Just because like FGC and all. And it was actually one of the things I watched a lot. Okay, I feel like the 2 follows I got today are bots, so... Just, the first one didn't say anything, so I'll ban this person. It's actually Justin Wong's fault? Damn. I guess it just be like that sometimes. Anyway, sorry to ban some people, but... So how it's looking. Better safe than sorry. But anyways... That'll be it for me for tonight. Got through all of the side quests for today. Probably gonna do a bit of story next time I stream, which will probably be Thursday. Which, I'll admit, I'm actually making a bit more progress than I thought I would in this game. We'll see how it turns out in the long run, because there's still quite a bit left in this game for me, to say the least. Anyways, gonna rate Curry since I haven't rated him in a while. Currently playing through Rune Factory 5. So, everybody stop by and say hi, drop a lurk, or if you don't feel like it, which, hey, it's pretty late now. By the way, it's up to y'all. But, like I said, I'll most likely be back Thursday. If there's a chance I'm back Wednesday, however, aka tomorrow, I honestly wouldn't mind. But, we shall see. By the way, for everyone that stopped by, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care everyone, and have a good night.